I'm toasted.
Just a little bit toasty.
I have thumbnails and fingernails too.
That's the point.
It's this motherfucker. Like this song.
This song.
This is not for children.
Today's day 16.
It is the 16th.
I'm sorry, children.
It's like, don't worry, Uncle Roger Bachelor. I'm sorry, children. I think he did get married.
I don't know if you know. Maybe he did. This is Uncle. The new hero's Uncle Roger's grandpa.
Uncle Roger. Hiya.
Hiya.
But enough about that. Let's see. Where am I? I think I'm in Rhodes. I am in Rhodes. That's right. Oh yeah, I think I was about to start a bounty, or did I already complete the bounty?
Maybe you completed the bounty.
Who knows? But I need money.
No one knows noses like Neo's and Ephraim.
But enough of that. I got it queued in. Evening there, Leon. What's up, chicken man?
All right. Oh, sorry. Ugh, I am sick as a dog.
Sees a dog do a guitar riff. That's pretty sick, man. What up, Chaos?
Hey, what's up, Chaos? How y'all doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
All right. So nice. While we're rolling in, getting kind of things kind of set up, I am going to go set. I'm geeking. That's a good thing, right?
That's a good thing.
All right, we're going to. Why am I stealthing? I'm still thinking Helldivers controls because I was stealthing. But no, I haven't tried that update yet. But yeah, so we're gonna go rob a carriage because it's free real estate.
It's free real estate.
I'm back.
Great. From outer space?
Well, who is Scott and why is he so great? I want answers. Other Burning Man. I'm doing okay. I will survive. I will survive as long as I know how to love. I know I'll stay alive. Watch the stream get copyrighted for that.
No, see, if they do that, that means they have to admit that our way of singing it is their song, and no one would admit that.
$2 for a carriage robbery? Heck yes. I like the outfit for Arthur. I like keeping Arthur looking like a cowboy, and I like. One of the hardest things is like getting a hat other than like his default that looks pretty good. Ooh, you were helping people with haikus.
Raven, thanks for helping with the haiku. I didn't really help. I just told you. Okay, so what happened was Vulpecula asked if he could add a haiku for his Nobushi hero in the fashion contest, as long as it didn't exceed 5 sentences. And I said, a haiku can't exceed 5 sentences. By its very definition, a haiku is incapable of going to that level.
Isn't there like one that's longer? That's a it's not a haiku, but it's like it's a Japanese poem as well.
Yeah, some Japanese poems can go longer, but a haiku can't.
I know, but there was like one that was like 5 lines rather than 3.
Yeah,
and
I can't remember what it's called, but when he said haiku, so it was like, that's impossible. Like, you quite literally cannot do a 5-sentence haiku.
Oh, haiku. All right, let's go.
All right, let me start moving this over. I'll be back if anyone needs to ask me something or have me rant.
Will do.
I can do both.
Yes, you can. But I am now going to steal, strategically transfer equipment to an alternate location. Yes, I would save. Like, at least you ain't dressing him in all black. And this heat, heavens no.
Heavens to Betsy.
Heavens to Murgatroyd. You're sexy, beautiful even. For those of you that know who Snagglepuss is. I'm beat. I did 3 sets of 1,000 pound on a leg press today. Ooh, you're gonna be feeling that tomorrow and the day after. Yeah. But yeah, I don't go to the gym near as much as I should. It's kind of like because like I never did weightlifting in high school or anything like that. I was a track and cross country guy, so my exercise for so long has been running or some form of aerobic exercise. And what's funny is like when I went to college, my dorm was like right next to like the university gym. And so I thought, you know, this might be a time to, you know, learn how to lift weights and other stuff like that. So I went in and I talked to like the assistants, like the aides they had around. And I was like, hey, I'm kind of new to this whole gym thing. Where should I start? And they're like, well, most people skip leg day. And I was like, you might want to focus on legs then. And I'm like, I did cross country. That's the only part of me that's actually looks good. But so I was like, okay. And then I did leg presses and all that stuff. And I was like, yeah, I can do that. My legs are strong. After the next day.
And like that, sometimes
It do be. Doobie doo.
Glad you understand.
Well, someone has to. All
I'll be
right.
right back. Still getting set up.
I summon the mighty shotgun. Back off? How about you die off? I did not tell you to put away your dang carriage.
I did. I told you. I guess you did.
And why is this one still rolling? Sorry, son.
He's rolling because he's rocking and rolling. I used to be a weightlifter. Then I took an arrow to the knee. Now I just
Yeah, this is going belly up.
Why are this way if I'm in my room doing something, it's usually calmer than having to leave. See, I'm a genius. Magnificent 7 is good. Old and New I have not seen. Physical and Knowledge is good. 1 and 3. Tombstone is great. And Bone Tomahawk, not seen.
Whew. That was close. They were getting away.
That was close. Do you realize he almost hit that wall?
Eh.
Had to do it.
I love leg day, by the way. If you ain't walking out of the gym like you're newborn deer, you ain't doing it right. Fair enough.
No, I used to be a courier like you, then I took a bullet to the head.
Well, different courier there, and then I became a homicidal helmeted man for justice.
Correct. Well, justice being, you know.
When I did my NCR run through, I do.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying you could choose whether or not you go for justice or not. I mean, you could choose to be a homicidal maniac.
For the Legion LARPers.
The Legion LARPers.
Yep.
What about
405
Linus?
deadlift would be brutal.
What about Linus?
Legate Lanius.
Who's higher rank, you or Lanius?
In terms of Legion hierarchy,
I mean, you are the legate.
if I join the Legion, I'd like to think he would kind of be considered sort of like the Darth Vader, but I'd be like the Grand Moff Tarkin, like be like the one that runs the day-to-day.
Yep.
EU Legion, that's fair. Wait. I'm sorry. I thought you had like a Night Lord thing, and then I realized that is not a Night Lord. That is your profile picture. I might want to get the Ted guy off of this.
He's just riding to town. Hey, you think you can help me get this off the top?
Yeah, that's gonna draw some attention.
Probably.
Climb up. All right. No, climb up. Climb up. All right. He don't want to. This is what I was hoping to avoid. Climb on, boy. We got to get out of here.
Anyway, since y'all seem to be having fun, I will leave y'all to it. If you need me for anything, holler.
All right. I will do so. Let me go see if I can't. It looks like I can fence this. He's going to complain that there's a bunch of bullet holes in it, but I'm going to say, like, hey, you know these aren't legally required. I'm also missing a horse on this thing.
You are legally missing a horse.
Not legally missing, I'm just missing a horse. There's supposed to be 4 horses on this thing. Hey, we got the root and body off. That's worth something.
That's a great way to sell something. Like, hey, you know what? It may not seem high quality, but we got the dead bodies off of it.
I tell you, that body really did not want to get off there. It was surprising how resilient it
It took
was.
a lot of work to clean off all the dead bodies. And don't get me started on the blood. My goodness. That's got to be worth at least another 25 cents.
Mm-hmm. Hey, 25 cents was big money back then.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I know that. Remember, you can drift wagons. I have never been one for drifting. I ain't no drifter. Watch was he's still alive. Then he.
I feel happy. I feel.
Do not go directly into the. Okay, I told you to stop. That's on you. Run him over. Run him over. Turn him into glue.
Oh, I always knew Ma was right to lose you. Oh,
Me? Tarkin?
Sorry, Lark, I forgot. 1 second.
But yeah, not gonna lie, I have a lot of respect for the Legion. Not because of Fallout New Vegas, but because their Magic the Gathering cards are great. And I have won a few games as with Kaisar's Commander deck. Oh well, at least my horses are no longer uneven.
Oh, my walkie.
Okay, good. Yeah, well, you can't rob a carriage without killing a few horses. And if you can, I don't want to hear about it. After this, I probably need to go and check in on Hosea. The Frontier mod, I have heard way too many bad things about that mod. I'll be lucky to get $15 for this thing.
Figured this might be of interest to you. The hell you doing to this poor thing?
It's a long story, we don't want to get into it. What's the horsey's name? Mine was Twinkie. I name all mine after 40k characters. Let's see. Legion beat my Patrick Star card equipped to the... Oof. Yeah, I've heard some controversial things about Fallout Frontier. Fallout...
Don't you even think about
I hear the show did the Legion dirty. Yeah, I have not heard good things. Oh, are you still upset because I shot you that one time because you were being a little frisky?
Pick this up off the street, no doubt.
Dirt road, but yes.
Oh, yes. People lose these all the time.
Alright. Yep. Good of you not to smart off. Yep, and this is Vale. I totally didn't forget and have to check. But yeah, I can later, when I get the chance, I can check over all of my horses' names. But I have a tradition of naming all of my horses after 40k characters. Let's see, Charles, we don't want anything to do with him. The Professor! Oh yeah, well, that's right. We helped get this guy set up. So before we do anything else, we gotta show this execution. Would you rather have a Fallout Frontier son or Fallout Amazon show daughter? Pull the trigger. Death before compromise. How about this? Whatever show of Fallout you make, it now has to go through Henry Cavill's lens. I don't know if he likes Fallout, or even if he's a fan, but I want someone with that level of dedication and love for the games to actually be the one in charge of doing it. Instead of just, oh, we're so quirky Hollywood writers, we know better than everyone else. And so we're going to just crap on your beloved theories. Because really, we know better than you. I love my horsey, and my horsey loved me. What's actually funny is I remember there was like an interview or like a panel with the voice actor for Arthur. And he was talking about like one day they were like doing motion capture and recording, and they were recording the lines for like what to say with the horses, particularly for female horse, and it's like, Bud, we got to do those lines again. And it's like, well, what's wrong with them? The takes were fine. He's like, we're gonna play them back to you, and he played them back, and they were like almost sounded dirty or like in a sexual nature, and so I was like, okay, yeah, we can record those again. It's like, you're all right, girl, and it's just like, I mean, yeah, devoid of context, that can be off. I'm still waiting on a good Game of Thrones game. I'm not gonna hold out hope for that one. But then again, I'm not really a big Game of Thrones guy. I never watched the show. Everything I know about the show is from secondhand information, and most of it I didn't even ask for. It was just thrust upon me. The only thing I've seen, like, of the clips I've seen, like, on YouTube, because they show me, like, Twin Lannister, or Tywin, or I forget, like, the patriarch of the Lannister family. I like him. I think he's cool, but that's the only thing I can tell you. Larkius Maximus, the 32nd. They get rid of those millennial rabbits. It's not a matter of millennials. It's not a matter of Gen Z, Boomer, whatever. It's a matter of morons. Because that's the thing. I'm a millennial. Like, by the skin of my teeth. I was born in 96, so skin of my teeth, I'm a millennial. But there are smart millennials. There are dumb millennials. There are smart Gen Zs. There are dumb Gen Zs. There are good boomers. There are bad boomers. And then there's the boomers in New Vegas who shoot artillery at me before I even say hello. But that's not them. Most are just mobile games and not go, gosh, mobile games. Am I weird for thinking this? Like, back when I was, like, in middle and high school, particularly high school, mobile games were better. They were more fun. Because I remember being at home, like, over Christmas, and I was like, when I'm just, like, killing time, but, like, well, you know, family's doing stuff. I was like, let me check out some mobile games and stuff, and, like, all the new mobile games are just crap. Just a bunch of puzzles that spam ads at you non-stop. It's like, yeah, they might be slightly entertaining, slightly for, like, 2 minutes, and it's like, nah. But I remember, like, like, Balloon Tower Defense, Plague Inc., like several different zombie games, like what was that thing, Pocket God. Those are some great, like, I remember having fun with those, but I don't know, just now they don't seem good. I still play Granny on my phone. Alright, here we are. Let's go witness this electric chair. Apparently, Vale does not want to come any further. A 140k game like a Command and Conquer where you can choose your side and build your army. Have I got news for you? Okay, it's not Command and Conquer, but Warhammer 40k Total War is coming. And ooh, I can't wait.
Marvelous machine, the humane, electric ending facilitator. A chair so powerful, it takes the sinner back to God. Oh, come around, come around, come around. Bring the children to the front.
What?
History. As this poor unfortunate
I don't think there's any children here.
Wilson J.
It's called Dawn of War Dark Crusade. Oh, there you go.
Guilty of murder, bigamy, and immoral animal husbandry, atones for his sins and future sinners through the warm, peaceful embrace of electricity. Not the savagery of a
the good old Thunder Throne.
or the brutality of a firing squad. No, no. This is execution the way God intended it.
What chapter and verse on that one, sir?
Calmly.
Do you think Dr. Octopus can become Adeptus Mechanicus? I mean, if he was willing to change his religious views, then yeah, he could. They might look at the mechadendrites on his back and go, okay, you're getting there.
You're going to be in a better place. Stay calm.
Throw the switch. I'm more of a fan of the guillotine. Believe it or not, the reason why the United States never got big on the guillotine was... Oh, we'll watch this first and I'll explain. You're just tickling him. You gotta amp it up a little.
Incredible! He's nearly dead. So humane. Ah! Oh, his life may have been troubled, but his passing is peaceful. Kill him already. Somebody shoot me, please.
Well, if you insist.
Oh, let's get up. You don't seem overly humane to me.
I think it's mighty fine.
She's out for blood. Well, how'd that work out for you? I mean, he's not going to be using it. Electric. I got the blueprint.
Sweet Jesus.
But anyway, out for blood, or she has some kink. Maybe both. Who knows? How did you get up? But the guillotine, when the French Revolution happened, the guillotine, of course, got popularized in France. Now, the French Republic had good terms with some members of the United States. And so they actually made it they actually tried to encourage the Americans, like, hey, we're going to send you a guillotine, see how you guys like it. Because France, right? So they send it over. The thing is, they leave it exposed on the top of the ship, so it gets exposed to the salt air. So it gets rusty. It gets nasty. So by the time we get over, we set it up. We don't know that it's deficient as it's supposed to be because I kind of like give it a little spit and polish. And so when we use it, it does not sever all the way through the neck. It just and done. It's not and done. It's but kind of similar to what we just saw there, but instead with the guillotine. And so it was such a horrific experience. We said, yep, nope, we're never again. We're just good old firing squads and hangings for us. La Revolution is a show on Netflix. I think it's pretty decent. Maybe. I don't know. I don't have a Netflix account, so it's kind of hard for me to see. Like, that's why it's like, hey, have you seen the new season of Stranger Things? Like, I haven't seen an episode of Stranger Things in like 5 years, so no. But yeah, also it's always kind of weird seeing how people touch the French Revolution, because you can tell a lot about someone by how they view the French Revolution. The frogs didn't even think about covering the guillotine. It probably was covered, just probably not like sealed tight. And also, you know, stuff bounced around on the ship. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt in that. Like, hey, there could have just been some mess ups along the way. But still, the amount of they used the guillotine, I'm like, dude, stop. The final thing was, yeah, I've heard that much. If we as Americans say it's bad, then it must have been bad. Yeah, because America don't shy away from executions. Heck, in Texas, they are trying to speed up the process. You say that because of the Hakiri seppuku, when people were assigned to do it, executioners, if they didn't cleave the head or botch the job, they'd be punished. Yeah, because like the part of a seppuku is like to assist someone in their death is considered an honor to do, and if you botch it, you are bringing not only dishonor to the person you're trying to give honor back to, but also you are dishonoring yourself. How do you want to go out? Peacefully in my sleep, surrounded by loved ones. That seems a good way to go. If not, if I have to go out violently, I think I will take the stereotypical holding the pass against all odds, successfully doing the job as my family and friends get away as I lie smiling, bleeding out on the snow. You know the one. Because we men, we have very, very specific and what at first seem like contradictory dreams. We want to be able to go out and fight a battle, at all odds knowing darn well we're going to die, but dang it, we're going to fight anyway and go out in a blaze of glory. But we also want a woman to tell us that she loves us and to give us a nice hug. And you might be wondering, how the heck do those two ideas coincide with each other? They do, but you have to think about it for a second. Let's see how everyone's doing. Charles, how you doing, Chuck?
What are you working on? Fire arrows. Interesting. You give me a bottle of moonshine and I'll make you some. Moonshine? Whiskey do? No, it has to be moonshine. Whiskey ain't strong enough.
Okay. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Do I have moonshine? I think I have moonshine. Yeah, I do. Who do you think will win the campaign for honor? Also, me dying to see nunchucks and tonfa user at it. I would sooner see a tonfa user than nunchucks, just because nunchucks are kind of more, in my opinion, more of a gimmick weapon, but Bruce Lee popularized them. Tonfa, I think, maybe more particularly if you had some blades to them, I think they'd be kind of dope.
Exactly. Anyway, it's left at the top of the stairs and head on to the end of the landing.
Thank you.
Or did you just ask me to pay up? Nunchucks are a hazard to the user. Yes, they are. To quote, I agree with Shad on them. To quote Shad, like, what is it? Like what is it? This is a nunchuck. Why would you take a nunchuck when you had stick? Stick very good. You had to ruin a perfectly good stick to make nunchucks. What is a stick? What is a nunchuck but a stick with a erectile stick function? What is a nunchuck but a stick that had a stroke? Love it. Well, let's see. 3 ways man wants to go out. Die magnificent last stand. Quiet with family. Being crushed by a woman's thighs. That last one is a very specific one. But I know what you're talking about. They added a Sun Tzu from Wu would use tonfas I can implement to the game similar. Interesting. Knuckle dusters are better melee weapon and it's punching. Honestly, I might consider the idea of using a Kestis. A Kestis might be an interesting idea if you're going to go for more of the grappling. I also think they might want to lead into Muay Thai or something along those lines. Muay Baran, Raven would know more about that though. Lark turned 18 yesterday. Any advice on now that I'm a legal adult? Okay, yeah, sure. You are a legal adult now. Do not automatically assume that because now you are of the age of majority, that does not mean that you automatically have all the wisdom around it. Take things slow and think before you act. Because you may be an adult now, but you're still, even 10 years from now, you're going to still have immature, childish impulses, and you're going to have to remember you have to keep yourself in check. Try and find a way to give yourself a routine or some way to keep yourself from going crazy with newfound freedom. All right, so Lark, what were you trying to say about the French Revolution and its depictions? My point is, a lot of people, particularly, they give a very cursory quick look at the French Revolution. They go, "Oh, it was such a wonderful thing, great. It was so great for France." They're like, "No, French Revolution was awful for France. The French Revolution had some good ideas, had some very good ideas, but it's kind of a weird contrast because typically you have the French and the American Revolution compared often side by side, but the only thing they really shared was the idea of the timing." Because the American Revolution, as messy as it could get, you had a clear start and a clear end. Some people think the French Revolution is still going on, and there's legitimately some reason to believe that. But there is a lot of issues with the revolution. But just like the fact that you had a period of time in the French Revolution called the Reign of Terror, where they were killing people so frequently. They were just running the guillotine around the clock. They called it the National Razor. And what's fun is they called it the Reign of Terror. That was like the official government name for it. It's not like a historian called it that or the people mockingly called it back to from the line. No, they said this is a reign of terror. And just, oh gosh, not going to say France didn't need to do some reforms. They 100% did. But the French Revolution, is not something that I think should be necessarily copied. Should be copied. Yeah, the French Revolution, like 4 revolutions, is 1. Yeah, because each revolution did not, it had trouble taking root, and it also goes to like what Paris wanted, Paris assumed the rest of France wanted, and that was not always the case. Some parts were like, yeah, Paris, you're right. Other parts were like, no, Paris, shove off. The French aren't that bright. Again, it depends, because you can have some very, like Descartes was French. Like, you have some very good French theologians, French philosophers, and you all this, but then you get Maximilien Robespierre, and Danton, I don't think, was much better. I just think he had a more dignified exit. The street was running red with blood, literally. Yeah, like, for example, people, like, I heard one person point...
Your help with Miss Jackson.
Oh.
Don't mention him, Miss Grimshaw.
You're a fine man, Mr. Morgan. Sometimes, at least.
Hey, let's check. Yeah, fair. French had some bad apples. Well, all of them do, but the thing is, the French, particularly in Paris, when it gets up, they go crazy. Shea Patrick Cormac. Yeah, and then Shea Patrick Cormac proceeds to not show up that entire game. I'm still mad about that. France is like Japan of the West. They get off easy for the shit they pulled during their heyday because they managed to guilt people into thinking they were the victim. Not quite. Not quite. I think the thing is, it's not that we forget, like, because with Japan, they can pull a little bit of the guilt card with the atomic bombs. France doesn't necessarily pull the guilt card. It's that we all make fun of them for it. We have all gaslit ourselves into forgetting that France used to be the boogeyman of Europe for a while. It used to be like, hey, there's a war kicking off in Europe. France is like, really? All right, let's go. Because France, even during the craziness of the revolution, when everything was going to insanity, the French, at war, knew what the heck they were doing. And so that's the thing. Honestly, the closest equivalent to Japan in Europe, I think I would probably say, from like a geographic perspective and like how they wanted to operate, Great Britain would be a good example for how they operated for a while. And I think the Japanese would actually appreciate that comparison. But a more modern comparison, I would kind of say Scandinavia. Because Scandinavia used to produce some very tough, very esteemed warriors, but now we don't necessarily think about it. And it's not necessarily because of guilt, but they've changed tech trees, if you will. They changed from the culture route of the warrior to the culture route of just like the culture and the and technology. Now, Hosea, I'm sorry I kept you waiting.
Hey, Arthur.
There's you got that song Viva La Vida. Love it.
We're gonna make it to this party. We sure as shit better.
Oh, that's right, party time.
We're doing this?
Oh, yeah. Old friend Dutch Van der Linde is finally showing his true colors. Social climate.
Old Senor Bronte, that horrendous snake has...
We're about to go to a party. Skyrim belongs to the Nords. A Sovngarde! Not gonna lie, when I was in high school, went on like the senior trip to Epcot. We went to Disney World, and me and a buddy of mine, we went on the Norway ride back when they still had a Norway ride. And as we were going down, like the one really exciting part about it, I yelled for Sovngarde going down. Everyone thought I was an idiot, and I was.
No pickpocketing. We are here to make real contact.
Why do we bring Bill?
I don't know.
Love the guy, but this is not his scene. Then again, it's not really Arthur's scene either, but...
And the guest of honor is the worst crook in town. I'm sure that we will find some. Okay.
Gentlemen, Luca, I'm afraid the mayor does not allow guns at official functions after last year's incident.
What happened last year?
Luca here will take you to Mr. Bronte. I believe he is expecting you.
Follow me, gentlemen.
We need more money, Arthur. Couldn't have been Trelawney. Would have been a bit... Trelawney! This is Trelawney's scene.
Gentlemen, Senior Bronte will be so pleased that you made it.
We are honored to be here.
That's wonderful, wonderful. Come on, this way.
Fact about that mission, Molly and Javier were supposed to go, but they got cut from the mission.
Mr.
Aww.
Bronte is a very good friends with the mayor. Good evening, Pierre.
Senor Napoli?
As long as the mayor behaves himself, Mr. Bronte, he has that thing, respect.
R-E-S-P-C-T.
You join the party? We'll meet you out back after we pay our respects to Senor Bronte.
Ganga?
We'll meet you out in the balcony when you're done.
Got to keep up. There's a starting amount of French in this game. Well, we're in pseudo New Orleans, so you're going to see some French.
Ah, the angry cowboys who arrived. And
Now we got to deal with the mafia.
This is quite a party you've invited us to.
Yes, quite something. Although I'm not quite sure what.
So,
Take off your hat. You're undercover there, bud.
high society.
Yes, apparently so.
And all these people, these are friends of yours, Senor Bronte?
Was Richard the Lionheart a good king or a bad king?
Certainly are afraid of me.
I would argue he's a good king, a better general though, because when you think about what do you want a medieval king to do,
This is a foul business.
Richard was an exemplar of that. Now, from hindsight being 2020, you're looking like as far as like looking over and like taking care of the realm, he wasn't necessarily the best at that, but his mark on history is by far more undeniable. Because here's the thing: you can look at like, oh well, Henry VII's economic policy was by far more effective for like maintaining the English realm. But who do you hear more about? Richard II or Henry VII?
Oh, the Redskins. I have no sympathy for them because whoever is stupid enough to get tricked by the Americans, no, they get what they deserve, huh?
Do we want to talk about Sicilian history for a second, pal?
And that is Hector Fellows, this self-righteous newspaper man. Maybe you will kill him for me one day.
Well, we're not paid killers as such.
We're paid robbers. Killing is a side project we
You're so
do.
particular that you wouldn't help a friend.
Oh, I'm willing to help in any way I can, within reason.
I'm going to pretend to understand what that means.
I saw a video that like talked about like this is the moment that Bronte's like, okay, I need to dispose of them because he misunderstood what Dutch was, and he's like, okay, this isn't just a tool I can use so efficiently and easily.
Well, it has been wonderful conversing with you, but I can tell that you are very busy, and I won't waste any more of your time.
Yes. Go enjoy yourselves and mingle with this vulgar scum. It'll make you long for the days when you could shoot each other and scoop cows out on the open range.
Those sure were the days. Good day, gentlemen.
Good day to you.
He's easy to hate, isn't he?
What exactly are your plans here?
Henry V took over France. Yes, but which one led the Third Crusade? That's the question. But yeah, no, Henry V is a big one. And yeah, looking at a lot of English monarchs, like there's some big standouts. Henry V is definitely one of them, but Richard the Lionheart, that's the one that you can set your watch to that one. But yeah,
As a guest, yes. As my guest, do it, huh? Okay, good day, gentlemen.
Goodbye.
Arthur's like, I too was here.
Adesso il vino buono.
I'll show you to the party, gentlemen, if you'll kindly follow me.
I will rudely follow you. Don't be silly, we kill for free. I'd shove a baguette up his... Well, for him, so rich and surrounded by people, I kill you. He's gonna remedy that situation. Angelo, your people are... No, put it back up. I beg you for pardon your vertically challenged chef. Look, how was your day? I hope your car can be fixed. So do I. Oh, that's like, cause we're not even going to get it looked at till Monday, so I got to figure out what to do this weekend.
Nothing, unless it's information. Of course. Jose, you go find us someplace to rob. Bill, go make us some new friends. I'm going to find out if old Cornwall and what's his name, Milton, knows we're here. Gentlemen, be well.
I heard that his country paid for Richard Lionheart's ransom. Richard just went to France. Well, bear in mind, at the time, Richard's domains included several parts of France. And one of the things that irritated him was he went off on the crusade. There were 3 kings that were going on the Third Crusade. You had Richard the Lionheart from England, who was really more French than English. You had the King of France, and you had Frederick Barbarossa, the Holy Roman Emperor. Holy Roman Emperor dies in the way, but the King of France gets in a squabble with Richard, and he winds up going back. And while Richard's gone and can't defend his realm, he starts taking advantage of it. And then, of course, you have Prince John, later King John, who's just awful. Oh, it's the mayor.
I hope you're having a fine evening. Mr. Mayor, wonderful to see you again.
Lemieux, this intellectual here was just insulting me regarding the Redskin.
I did no such thing. But, Mr. Lemieux, I suggested that all of us, as Americans, had a duty to take care of people living in this land. And that extends to Saint Denis.
It ain't complex, Lemieux. And only an idiot like you, buddy, would try to make it so.
I will not deny idiocy, sir, but perhaps now is not the time.
Typical pansy.
You are drunk, Ferdinand.
I'm not drunk, you fool. But this man loves darkies.
Hey, you are pretty drunk. Hey, what say you and me cool off?
You're under arrest, sir. Awful, let me throw him in the fountain.
Sleep it off. Sit down and calm down. Count to 1,000.
Now I'm going to get in good with the mayor. Is it true that Richard Lionheart hated England? He didn't hate it, but it wasn't as important. And keep in mind, he was born in France, and he had a good relationship with his mother, who was French nobility. And what the heck? Okay, there we go. But yeah, so he considered more of England as just like, it's one of my realms, and I can pull financial and resources from there. So he didn't hate it. He's like, it is one of the things I own. John's the Nobbin that Robin Hood screws over, right? Yes, though if I recall correctly, Robin Hood technically as a story predates that, but that's when the most popular Robin Hood stories are around. Time to get the tire chains. Oh.
Mr. Cornwall was quite insistent, I'm afraid. He shouted down the telephone for several minutes.
Mr. Cornwall is a horse's ass. And
Ha-ha.
a bad horse.
Very sorry, sir.
It's not your fault. I'm a fool for trusting him. I'll come in silence in a minute. Let me enjoy the fireworks.
Of course.
Did he say something about Cornwall? Yes. Find out what.
I gotta get to work. William the Conqueror, Lark? What about him? Until they lost their French holdings, the English royals still saw themselves as French vassals to the French king, but they're certainly not going to bow to everything he won. Well, that's the thing. They knew themselves as French vassals, but they're like, we're kings. Like, we own French holdings, but we're kings. Like, keep in mind, you also had, like, Burgundy, which was kind of, like, technically it was supposed to be loyal to France, the crown of France, but it was often doing its own thing. That's kind of the song. It's like, yeah, technically, I owe vassalage to you over some of my lands, but I'm also a king in my own right, so shut up.
Everything's fine. We have the place well secured. Good. Mr. Bronte has a habit of wandering about and reading whatever he likes.
We're watching him and his men like hawks.
Thank you, Mr.
And we're doing nothing to stop him. Yeah. Was he a good king? William the Conqueror. He was harsh, but for the time and a man of his position and what he was doing, I'd say he was solid. Like, he did good. Good record keeping. He basically brought feudalism to a more modern system of feudalism to England. So I would argue he was decent. Definitely impactful. Then again, you don't get the name Conqueror by being a wuss. Who's your favorite Celtic king? That's a good question. Oh god, I forget his name, but he's like this Irish high king that like fought off the Vikings. I thought he was cool. Also, Vercingetorix, though he lost, you gotta admire the guts to go up against Caesar.
Look at me. Who do you think you are?
Don't harass the help. I'll strangle you.
Standards in this house are slipping. This is a final warning to you, miss. A final warning.
Or I'll be even more effeminate at you. So Richard loved being a general more than an actual king. To a degree, he was good at being a general. And furthermore, he wanted to protect his holdings. And also, he felt a very pious duty and calling to partake on the Crusades. And the fact that other noblemen and even the French king took advantage of his piety while he was away really irked him. Hey, bud, what you doing? Gotta sneak in. Oh, good, he's dumb. They don't make Lux like they used to, eh?
Mr. Leviticus Cornwall.
How you doing?
Top secret. Extremely confidential. Very interesting.
Give him the old stab. No. I don't want to leave a trace. Though killing him and pinning it on Bronte would be funny. I'd say Cornwall is more of a mule's ass. Horse's ass seems far more respectable. Indeed. Oh, hi there. So, Dutch, you ain't gonna believe this.
This town is a waste of time.
Agreed. Let's get out of here.
Gentlemen, I think we're done here.
The food is terrible. The wine is turning into vinegar. Let's bounce. Let's get some beignets instead, boys.
I think I found out how we can grab some of it. Big bank. Real one, I mean. But not
Honestly, if we wanted this to go over smoothly, it should have just been me and Hosea.
we're gonna leave.
Oh, we could bring Trelawney too.
There's also that
Why do I feel like something's going to burn down? We already burned a house down, but we are going to see some conflict here. I think the boat robbery is the last robbery where you get any money.
Here comes Lenny. All right. Let's get in. Go home.
I ain't never felt so awkward in all my life. All them folk all so pleased with themselves. Oh, high society pigeon shit. If you ask me, it's more like torture.
Well, that's sort of the point, isn't it? Let the people torture themselves.
Here's them papers I took.
Anybody see you take this?
I don't think so.
I might have an idea. Let me think on it.
Hell, it's not usually good ideas. You hear me, Bronte? Bland spaghetti! Oh gosh, the thrashing we would get. We was like, yeah, Bronte, your mama can't make good spaghetti.
Interesting times.
I guess. So what's next? Dancing lessons? Deportment?
More along the lines of armed robbery. Hosea is handling reconnaissance on
Oh, there's a well-classed individual, indeed. Beignets, who speak in my language.
Good. Oh, and I spoke to Evelyn Miller. Fine man. Here helping the Indian chief we saw.
Yeah, I met him too, with the mayor.
A lot of money. And Trelawney. He's investigating for us. He says to meet him at the Taylor's. Okay. One big score down here, Arthur, and we disappear.
I do not believe you.
Heading home.
Where is home?
I don't know.
Maybe we should figure that out first.
But I can smell it.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Dutch,
investigate this
hear me out.
old Bronte was talking
Wyoming.
Okay.
What do you think of Space King by Flash gets? I think Space King is probably one of the most successful parody shows that has come out in recent memory. It is clearly made by a group of people. Flash Gets is clearly very much big fans of 40K, and they made that clear with their other videos on the subject. And while I may not be like super hyped about Space King as some other people are, I can't think of a single like clip or short or anything that I've seen of Space King that I didn't think, okay, that's funny. Like the whole hate monger speech of "you're not canon," that's not only is that funny, it goes hard. Honestly, hate monger might be my favorite. Where it's just like, you know what, hate monger, you're a bully. Yes. Just they understood the assignment and they are just knocking it out of the park, and I love it. Hey, Lark, did you see my 40K question? I don't think I did. Give me a second. Let me see if I can't find it. Okay. One of the reasons in the Iron Warriors Primarch is a mix carries and you think the Iron Warriors Primarch. So Portorabo is a mix of Crassus and Pompey, was because Crassus used decimation of his troops and Pompey was known to clear the leftovers in battle. I see where you're coming from with that. And if you're talking about tactics and utility, yes, I do think I can particularly see where Crassus would be. But yeah, it's not an unfair comparison. Indies. I just get irrational when someone calls Native Americans that. Indians? Or Indias? Honestly, me personally, I kind of use the terms interchangeably. Because it's kind of a weird thing for me. Because I get the idea of like saying like, hey, I want to try and be respectful. But when you're looking at American Indians, and I will use that terminology because that is the official terminology used by the U.S. government. We have the Bureau of Indian Affairs. They typically prefer to be called by their tribal group. So if like, oh, I'm Cherokee, please call me, like refer to me as Cherokee, or I'm Navajo, Choctaw, Blackfoot, whatever. They prefer to be identified with that specific group. But if you don't know that, Indian or American Indian specifically works just fine. What? The final thing that was like Native American is fine. Like they'll deal with it because if you look at the issues of the modern day American Indians, what you specifically call them is like bottom tier on the list, particularly if you know what the conditions like are on certain reservations. It's like, yeah, I got like 1,000 other problems to deal with than just like the names of football teams and whatever colleges pick as a mascot or what people call me. I have a question. How do you grow your YouTube channel? I'm currently working on my gaming channel. That's a great question. Unfortunately, I'm not sure how much I can be able to help because Raven's the one that really truly runs the channel effectively. I'm kind of a sideshow, and I don't say that just to degrade myself or anything. It's like Raven's the one that really produces good content for this. I occasionally do some stuff, but I'm not the one who's run the YouTube channel. My guess, if you're trying to grow your gaming channel, try and find a niche or whatever that you can fit into that you can. Everyone wants to talk to me today. What up? I'm flattered, but I'm not interested. You forgot? Did you forget?
Remember. Oh, this frightful curse. I've ruined my life with it.
Then stop doing it.
Oh, no, sir. I can't do that.
What do you mean you can't do it? I'm going to beat some sense into you. I'm going to help you. Yes, you can. You have to believe in yourself. Talk to Jose. Get help, man. It's time. But as I was saying, in order to Pinky in the brain. I'm the pink. Yeah, that fits. That's an after comparison. But what a drug is like? Yeah, so I think it's like some kind of morphine, and he's also an alcoholic, which doesn't help. But the thing is, when growing a YouTube channel, you need to think about like what like doing something, finding a niche, and trying to get it out there. And there's going to be a little bit of luck involved. But another thing is consistency. I think it's like, and that's one of the things that Raven has been particularly good at. He is consistent with videos, and even to a point where I'm like, "Hey, dude, you can take a break," and he's like, "No." The game does something. Of course, I partially think he does just because of the love of the game, which you got to respect. So I think try and be consistent if possible, and just be willing to sort of to go into and find a niche. And one of the things that like the YouTube algorithm is unforgiving. And you're going to have to accept that you might work very hard on a video, put your blood, sweat, and tears into it, and then nobody watches it. Not even because people might not necessarily like it or dislike it, but because YouTube does not push it out, and that can be a rough situation. Okay, so that's helping, and this is Troll helping out. All right, let's see. Do we have anything else going on? Anything else? Like maybe a cool hunting target or something? Come on. I'm trying to... Hello? I don't think I've gotten that one yet. Because I've gotten the coyote fox, I think. Yeah, I got the coyote. So we have a hunting target. So, Lark, have you seen the full episodes of... I saw the first episode of Space King, thought it was good. I have not seen any of the others, but I've seen enough of the clips to get a basic idea of what's going on. But yeah, I do need to sit down and actually just watch it. But it's kind of weird, like, in my break times at, like, work, when I do have time to do stuff, I'm like, do I really want one of my administrators to watch it and I have to explain what Space King is to them? Really appreciate it. Well, I wish you luck, man. Streaming, gaming, gaming channels and stuff, it can be hard to get into. It can be hard, and a lot of people just, they want to do it because like they enjoy gaming, and I don't want to turn anyone away from that. But you are going to realize, like, once you start producing video content, it's not just going to be fun in games anymore. It is now work. It can still be fun. You're still going to have a good time. I think you can still have a good time with it. But don't let it consume you. Don't let it consume you. Jose, okay, I'll help, but the potential is going to be a lot of pain. Takes all his studs and slaps at him before he reaches for it. Just have Bill or Lenny fall around. Anytime he goes for drugs, slap him.
Damn drunk horse. Could pay no attention.
Yeah, the horse was drunk. Alright, so let's see what he spilled. Moonshine, moonshine. Oh, this is quite the operation you've got going on here. There's a promise making a Lara Croft live-action show. Yeah, I heard, and again, no interest. Because they're gonna like the animated show. They're just like, hey, you know what we should do? We should just make Lara Croft a lesbian. And I'm like, you know, we didn't get interested in Tomb Raider because of her romantic interest. It was more of the fact that she did all this cool action stuff. Maybe we should prioritize that instead. Thank you. Don't drink and ride, kids. Yep. Isn't that right, Vale? Vale agrees. How long do I have to wait for this guy? Are you the dude? You gonna help me clean this up? Howdy. Listen, I got places to go. Yeah, I already handed Moonshine over. What do I do with all the dead horses back then? Glue! Well, actually, there are a couple things you can do with it. Depending on the condition, you can cook and eat the horse. But you can also, like, there's a reason why people used to mockingly call bad horses glue sticks, because they could be turned into glue. There's a reason, there's a reason why Elmer's glue has a cow on it. But yep, you would make a mighty fine sandwich, Vale. A mighty fine sandwich. But yeah, the thing is, the reason we typically don't eat horses that often is just because, well, they are more useful as, beasts of burden. So, yeah. So we got that going for. Is that guy? Is this guy coming? I don't want to get arrested in this moonshining operation. Let's see what's in here. Well, surely he won't mind. I've already lost karma for this. We're getting out of here. Then their meat can make you pretty sick, Lark. Well, yeah, any meat can make you sick if you don't cook it properly. The fact that Elmer's glue tastes pretty good. Yeah, well, modern Elmer's glue I don't think uses cow parts in it anymore, but originally most glues would get there, if not from horses, then from cows. Because, like, when we kill an animal for food, we don't just take the meat. Everything from the hair, the hide, the bones, the ligaments, horns, teeth are all used, or at least were all used in their own form of processes. We got very good at using every bit of the animal to make it go all the way. So it's one of those things, too. You'd be surprised how much used to be animal products back before we started making plastics, synthetics, and other things like that. Howdy, Pilgrim.
Hey, mister.
Well, let's go see if we can't find ourselves a great big stag. Hosea is our good friends too, like horses. I thought you were talking about Jose. Horses are good friends too, like dogs. They are man's best friend. Indeed. Dogs are definitely man's best friend, but horses can build bonds with humans too, and humanity would not have gotten to where it has without the humble horse. It really was not until the invention of the car did the horse really start to take a back seat. We used to fight whole wars over horses. It's kind of funny. It used to be the wealthy would own cars and the poor would have to ride horses. Nowadays, only the wealthy can afford horses. Because they're expensive to take care of. Unless you got land they can graze on. And even then, they're still expensive. As a stable hand, I can testify on this. I'm sorry. I won't even... My hat stayed on, though. That's impressive. I won't even take your stuff. I'm sorry. Hopefully you're just concussed and you didn't get into a Christopher Reeve situation. Again, I'm sorry. Have a cigarette for that, man. But yeah, if you're playing Diablo 3, go for the Reaper of Souls edition because it's the version of the game with the Crusader class. Heard and understood. I remember someone saying that nap time was a great stress relief for kids back in the day. Lark. Nap time, you say? Oh, but not necessarily for kids, but nap time helped me. Cass says, Lark, how can I make work fun and fun with work? Because I've been thinking about trying YouTube as a career / long job. Starting out with YouTube and expecting it to be a career is going to be a rough situation to be in because the dividends are going to be hard to work off of, particularly at first, unless by some miracle you make it big. So I would treat it more as a hobby as first. Now, if you start to make some money off of that, because the thing is, you're not going to get monetized until you hit 10,000 subscribers, and that's a process to get to. But again, I would talk with Raven about some of this a little bit more, just because, again, he's the one that built this channel. This is the Raven Knight channel for a reason, not the Lark channel. Respectfully, frick, nap time. Ah! You say that now. I was a fool! When I was young, I looked at nap time and was like, I don't want to go to sleep. But as Raven can attest, there are times I come home and just collapse on the bed and like, I gotta be out for like 30 minutes to an hour. Don't wait up for me. And then I just start sawing logs. Got a black cat, she's adorable. Yeah, I think cats are cute, and I appreciate their help in getting rid of vermin. I cannot own one, though. Not even because I wouldn't necessarily be against the idea. I'm just allergic. Because at first we thought like I was like Raven was allergic, and I actually was not. And then like my parents, like when I was a little kid, like took me, like they were over at a friend's place, but they had no kids, so I just chased their cat all around the house because, you know, I was a kid. And then I got really sleepy and tired and stuff, and then my mom was like, I think you might be allergic to cats. I was like, why do you think that? Like, you have hives under your eyes. Oh, take some Benadryl and go to bed. Like, got it. So yeah, that's how I figured out I was allergic to cat dander. If there was a Lark channel, there would be a lot of Larkness. Exactly, and the world just isn't ready for that. I frequently go hunting and camping with my horse, and she watches over me while I sleep. She's charged at coyotes and wolves before. Yep, and I've seen like videos of stuff like that where that happens, where like a farmer will go in to look after a calf that's been born, but the mother gets protective, and the horse will go in and basically keep the cow off him while he does his job. He's too much for the real world. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Orange cats are the best. Isn't it like the joke that they're like the dumb ones? Horses will take on anyone. Yeah, and they have pack a big kick too. Take drugs, sleep, fight a dream bear. I don't want to. I can fight dream bears without drugs. You mean you need narcotics to fight bears in your dreams? Rookie. For you see, the inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
Life is but a blink, and eternity isn't a blink. It's a lot of blinks.
Okay, let's hear what this nonsense is.
Father called it blinking eternity, and he converted many people so desperate for eternity that they killed themselves.
That got dark. Is that the end of that speech?
Talk to you today about the great miracle of holy passion. Yes, passion.
Yeah, you seem to have it.
It is what drives us all. It is what drives me. It drives me to serve you, to bring you the great news. The great news that you are saved today, if only you will follow me and do as I say, so we can spend eternity together.
Let's talk.
Hello, sir. Do you want to be saved?
What tenets do you have? You know what? Let's say yes. Let's see what happens.
Yes, desperately.
Well, that's wonderful news. You are. That's really all there is to it. Just do more good things and less bad ones, and we can be together for all of eternity.
What Care Bears theology are you preaching?
Yes.
Forever? Great.
Yeah, he's a heretic, but he doesn't seem to be harming anyone. Nor does he seem to be gaining a following. I'll leave him be. If he really started to spout some cult nonsense, he was about to go for a ride. He sounds like an alien. I don't know, I feel like an alien might have some more pizzazz and zing to him.
Yeah.
But yes, he is a heretic. It's like that you are already saved. Is there a deeper point to this theology, or is it just all feel-good nonsense? What shrooms are you eating, man? I don't know. But I don't think he needs any more. Whoa! Oh, what did I stumble into?
Let me go from here. Come on.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Took your damn time. Rock pig fucker. Never did no right by me. Not since I was 6.
Well, glad you're feeling so good about all this.
Hey, he brought this on his damn self. Where my fault his brain got handled by damn demons.
What? There's more of a story to this, but I'm not sure I'm ready for it. Oh well, I did a good deed. So it would seem, but I'm sure I'll be punished for it in a moment if that guy spots the body, so... Off we go! Congrats, you stopped a kidnapping in progress. Yes, I did. Rescued a damsel in distress. Not sure she qualifies as a damsel, but I certainly did do a good deed. I don't get more mushrooms. I want to see him slow. Homo is this car crashed again. Alright. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Alright, let's see if we can't find ourselves some big game. Well, that is big game, but I've got to keep my horse spot open for a bigger prize. Oh, and it's a 3! That's... you're lucky. The game knows I'm going for big game, and it's mocking me. So here I am back in the mountains. Ever played Darktide? I play a Pastor Zealot with a Crudgel. I have played Darktide. I played all classes except the 2 new ones. We actually tried to stream Darktide once upon a time, but like our gear at the time could not handle that stream. But yeah, I typically play veteran in that, though since the last update I have to remake my skill tree again. I played Ogren, which can be fun. Zealot I also pretty good at, and Psyker. I enjoy playing Psyker to a degree. It's pretty fun, though sometimes I don't like the more heretical voice lines. Like, no, that's not how I would be as a Psyker. But yeah, veteran I think I have the most fun with. Because that's the true guard experience right there. No. Oh well, let's see how good your pelts are. Really, dog is very useful. Yeah, no, I'm not disputing that the Arbiter class isn't good. I just don't want to pay for it. At least not right now. But the thing is, like last time I remember like downloading Darktide, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna pop this on to see what it's all about. Like, and then it was like, yeah, it's gonna be like $24, and I'm like, no, I'm good. I will probably come back and play it later, but Darktide, it isn't as gripping to me as say some other games are. Like, particularly since I'm never really impressed with like the rewards Darktide gives. Like, if you want anything good in the game, you gotta like drop cash for it. And I get it, the game in itself as an experience is pretty good, but it's just I figure they can do better. Alright, gotta keep my eyes out for the legendary animal. Got foxes. I need to get back into Dark Tide knowing Space Marine 2 is coming to Game Pass soon. Makes me pleased. Nice. Have you played Vermintide? I have not played it extensively. I need to get into it. A buddy of mine has, I think he just got it, so I might wind up doing, might wind up trying it out. But I want to get into it because I've heard nothing but good things. The gameplay looks fun, and what I did play, I enjoyed. It's just I think I'm just more of a 40k guy than a Warhammer Fantasy guy, and I don't say that as like I think I just have more connection to it. I go to game for killing Harris for Far Cry 5. Can't go wrong with it. Amen to that. We will find you. We will find you. What is this? Looks like an old outpost. It's a burial ground. Was it a burial ground? It has some sort of ceremonial significance. Surgery's coming in Game Pass. Finally, I'm going to with the Dark Angels. Yes, going to try making Black Cobra. Sweet! Dark Angels, always a good choice.
Yep.
Now, where is my legendary elk / deer, whatever the heck you are? All the Inquisition, there are cultists in the Old West. Hunting down cultists in the Old West. Now, there's a game. Make Wraith Riders the game!
Okay then.
I hear wolves. That's a fox, actually. Never mind. Vale, what the heck were you trying to do there? Do you think you could climb trees now? Oh no, it's just another elk. Where's the albino one? The big one? Not a 40k question. The Fantasy Inquisitors could probably handle this. Yeah, they could. They're still gonna burn a town down or two. Okay, got some wild horses. I can ski it.
There we go. Whoa!
Check out my sick moves. That's a boar. I know deep ones would be hard to get in Texas. Need to figure out what other iconic Lovecraft monsters would make sense in the Old West. It's a good question. Probably throw a Shoggoth in there and be fine. That's a turkey. I like how they mark where to go on the map and then it's not actually accurate to where it's supposed to be. That didn't sound friendly. Is that a bear?
Easy there, girl.
Do not buck me off and leave me to fend for myself against the bear. That would not be a good situation. Probably the Kings and Yellows boys. You could make that work. Skinwalkers? Yeah. It's not 100%. Like, how would you solve much as any problem? How would I solve it? Observe. I have $1,600 just lying around. I can finance everyone's trip to Tahiti or wherever the hell he wants to. This is not about money for him. It was never about money. Quetzalcoatl? What about him? Oh, you want him to be like the Lovecraftian monster? But that's not a Lovecraftian monster. That's just something else entirely. What the heck is this? Oh! I see. Bald eagle. I think there's a game called Weird West that you can actually get some inspiration from. Ooh. At least you ain't sending them to Detroit. Oh! Anything. True Detective Season 1 did things related to H.P. Lovecraft. I'm unfamiliar with it. I may have to look into it.
Okay, girl.
Where is the start point? Once they say, hey, you're in a legendary animal location, I can start looking. Or is it one of those things where, like, I can't do it until after a certain act? Because I know I can't get, like, the gator until I'm with John, which always irritated me.
Easy.
Alright, I've entered the area. Alright, I'll kill it. Alright, settle down. It's dead.
Whoa.
Alright, so I was in the area, but horse started freaking out because of this. It got a, ooh, perfect skin white-tailed deer. Yeah, I'll take that. Are you in danger? No? Do you want to be? There are no bear cubs in this game. Oh no. That means I was a full-grown bar back there. I'm hearing caribou noises. Let me grab the pelts off this guy, and then we can start looking for the big boy. I tried making a story based on Witcher set in the 1860s in the United States, and it went good until I realized how few uniquely American monsters. I started to feel like I was ripping off The Witcher. My advice to you would be start looking into American folklore. You might find some interesting stuff. Alright, I gotta look for, like, gold tracks. I need some sort of legendary sign. What might this be? Yeah, to show the whole thing stock and all. Landslipper Orchid. Okay. Yeah, like in True Detective Season 1, there was a cult that worshipped an eldritch entity. There's always one, isn't there? Where's my camo and bow? I don't got no stinking camo. I do have a bow, though. But I hunt with a rifle because... why not? Okay. Aha! Found it. Hold on. So this is where we're supposed to start. Let's see how far away we are from the map. Point. Yeah, we're a good we're a good long while away from the map. Point. They got to be better about that.
We gotta show you. Got a good head start on me.
Legendary buck. Shove off, Porkins. You're lucky I'm hunting something else, otherwise you'd be bacon! Alright. Alright. Found some more. No, no, no. Inspect the scat, boy. Their old statement. Map icons not my map icons that lie to your face. I guess I'm just an iconoclast. What can I say? Clear out, fellas. You're not the one I want. Vale, come closer. I might need to split. Get over the tree. Man, this thing's a crapping machine.
Getting close.
Ooh, we are close. We are getting close. We're having venison tonight, boys. Trail ends there. I think that is him. He's behind a tree, though. Should have brought the rolling rock. Okay, not as clean as when I took out Bambi's mom, but hey. Well, look at you, sir. Right chapter right was when the skinwalker was stalking the main character and has a female companion tells the hunter, or don't look around and act calm. I'm gonna try and get the drop on it. Yeah, if you're on a reservation and they say, hey, close all the windows and don't go outside, you go, why? What's going on? Speaking of which, do you know any good venison recipes? Afraid not. I very rarely get to try it. I wish I was a hunter, period, because I say I've hunted, which is true, but like squirrels and doves and stuff, nothing big like venison. But I would love the experience. All right, where is my feller? There he is, right down here. We're gonna go sell us some venison and the pelt. We're gonna go see if we can't make anything fine. Oh, ran something over. Oh! You obliterated a squirrel with a shotgun? No, pellet rifle, actually. Because, my mom has bird feeders at the house, and I was like 2 or 3, actually no, it was like 4 years ago. I was visiting for Christmas break. And so it was like 3 days before I had to leave. And she was complaining about the squirrels in the backyard, so my dad had made a habit of shooting at them, and me and Raven would do it too. We have all bagged squirrels. However, I don't know what had possessed me at this point, but and so when I shot a squirrel, I said, instead of just throwing this into the back 40 and letting it, like, you know, help grow plants out there, would you mind if I tried to skin it, and I'll take it home with me, and I'll cook it at my house? And my dad's like, sure, go ahead, I'll help you. And so we basically learned together how to skin a squirrel, and I still have the pelt because I prepared it. It's a botched job, honestly, but I was proud of the fact that I actually said, like, I'm going to do this, and then I actually did it. Ever play Resident Evil Requiem? I have yet to play any Resident Evil games. Not saying I'm against the notion, I just have never gotten involved with the series before. Squirrel's good eating. Yeah, it tastes pretty good. Tastes like chicken. You killed Bambi's mom in a video game, not in actuality. And I will stand by this. If the guy who shot Bambi's mom had doe tags, it's fine. He did nothing wrong. Gotta get my karma back somehow.
Hey there, mister. What's your problem?
I got lots of problems, mister. Is he still going on? Talking about eternity, man can talk for an eternity. You eat Bambi's. Maybe I do. Bambi's mom was delicious with mashed taters. I'll tell you, it's like she was a great mom, but she was eating even better stew. Would you hunt big game like bear or moose? Let me start with deer and work my way up before I start dealing with that, because bears and moose could kill me. I mean, technically deer could too, but I have a better chance of survival with deer than moose. Because if a moose looks at me and decides it wants to delete me, I better kill it quickly. Because if it closes the distance, which they can do quickly, I'm going to die. I had moose soup the other day. I learned how to dissect animals in zoology class at college. Yep, and I remember dissecting a frog and a worm when I was in middle school. But yeah, it was interesting taking apart a rodent and like the process of skinning it and getting it ready to go. Sags are mostly the fatal ones from what I've heard. Yep, I would expect that. Because they're the one with the antlers. Are you for real? Oh well, fine. Oh great, now the hunter's locked off because of freaking wolves. Worst place for a wolf attack. Absolute worst place. Because now he's probably scared and he's not going to come back until who knows when, and I don't want the meat to be rotted by that